Welcome to 123 with Ricky. Today we're going to be discussing Monday Night Raw. It came out on the 20th. I believe today is the 20th. I got my notes, okay? I got my notes. Yes, I'll be writing notes. And everything in this episode is pretty much here in this notepad. So we're going to be talking about the start of Raw all the way to the ending of Raw, and how the ending of Raw really catapulted as it being like that SummerSlam go home, or not go home, the Raw after, SummerSlam, Raw after WrestleMania. It got that feel to it at the end. The middle, it kind of just felt like that Raw episode with a little bit of spaz to it, with a little bit of pizzazz to it. That's kind of what this episode felt like. So the start of the Raw was Roman comes out and he basically says, "This is my yard. I am who I am. I said I was going to win the Universal Championship, and lo and behold, what do? I win the Universal Championship." He's basically playing with the crowd. The crowd doesn't like him. It's a New York crowd. You already know it's Brooklyn, and they don't mess with him at all. So until he says, "I will be facing the former first ever Universal Champion, Finn Balor," and granting him his main event rematch tonight when Raw started. I was like, okay, I dig this. I dig this. He played with the crowd. It got the crowd invested. It got the crowd hyped. I think it should have went a little bit different than how it already did, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. So after that, Corbin comes out. He's talking about how Finn put a facade. He should have never let the demon Finn face him. He said he wanted to face the man because he knew he could beat the man and whatnot. Until Kurt comes out and he's like, you know what? Forget what Corbin's talking about. The match is on. Main event, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. I was excited. I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. Moving on, it's Corbin versus Lashley. Constable Corbin versus Lashley. Now, Constable Corbin, in my notes, I have it. There was a great spot where Corbin pushes Lashley through the middle ropes and he kind of falls on his back and he kind of hits it. I think that was a good spot. The match overall was a whole bunch of chokeholds. They kind of got the crowd to chant NXT, but Bobby saved the whole match by kind of going to his fast route, doing like the suplexes and all that great stuff. And then next thing you know, it was kind of like a stalemate, but then Bobby wins with the inverted kind of Big E ending. I don't really know what we can call that, an inverted Big E ending, or you know what, let's do it like this. Remember when Braun Strowman debuted and he kind of had that move, or when he was like, I don't even know what the move's called, so it's kind of like hard for me to say, but he did basically what Bobby Lashley did tonight, where he will hold them on their chest and like backwards, inverted, and he would like kind of just like, flip him. Like that was his final move until he came up, with the running power slam and whatnot. That's kind of what Bobby did. I know you guys remember, I thought he was just going to go for the Dominator. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Moving on in my notes. Number 3, we have a backstage segment with Kurt Angle and Paul Heyman. Very interesting. I didn't think we was going to see Paul Heyman so early. And I didn't think we were going to hear Brock Lesnar's name so early. I thought they were going to tease us and kind of just like let it marinate and get Brock Lesnar coming into like Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. But no, Paul Heyman says Brock Lesnar actually wants his contractual, I write it right here, contractual, obligated match. He wants to rematch at Hell in a Cell. I was like, I'm for it. If it's Hell in a Cell match, okay. I'm for it though. So it was very interesting to see. I don't know where this goes for Brock Lesnar. Obviously, this is all a storyline. Is he gonna come back? Because Kurt said it's gonna be a long time before Brock actually gets his rematch. So we know he do a rematch, but when he gets it, who knows? Because it states that it doesn't say when necessarily. So who knows when Brock's gonna get his rematch? But one can only assume it might be at WrestleMania again. I think they're gonna pull the trigger at Royal Rumble, but that's just me. Moving on, we had a backstage moment. Here we go. Corbin and Kurt. Excuse me. Corbin and Constable Corbin and Kurt Angle. Constable Corbin basically announces that Stephanie Mann is in the building and she will be doing something along the lines of we don't know at the time. But as we, watched the episode and it came out and whatnot, she did something with Ronda Rousey furthering their rivalry. But I'll talk about that more in my other notes. Alright, moving on. Number 5, we had the 6-woman tag match between Sasha and Bayley, the Boston Hug Connection, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad. I love the Riot Squad. I love the whole gimmick they have. The only thing is they're not necessarily wrestling, but they're acting and or whatever you want to call it is just not there. But their whole gimmick, the idea, I love Ruby Riott. She has that, like, her own character. You can tell she's truly the leader of it. I like it, but they're not kind of doing it. You know what I'm saying? They're more talking it and they're showing it, but they're not like doing it, if that makes sense. But they got the win, so that's, more momentum for them coming up. I hope we see Ruby Riott kind of in the works of being a women's champion, but who knows, because Ronda Rousey is now Raw Women's Champion. I really want to know who's going to be the competitor to step up. Is she actually going to defend the title on Hell in a Cell? Because if she don't, I guarantee you, people are going to chew her up. People are going to chew her up because they're going to be like, oh, she's not defending it at a B+ or whatever rated hell, pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. She's just like Brock Lesnar. Watch, mark my words, mark my words. Number 6 in my notes, okay, like I said, I got notes. Triple H is live and he talks about NXT and he talks about how they blew the roof off the building on Saturday. SummerSlam followed up or whatever I said. It followed up and it did a great job. And then he started to proceed to sell his match at the Super Showdown in Australia between him and The Undertaker one last time. That's pretty much all he did. It got us invested and it got us excited about the old era and how they're back for one last match between Undertaker and Triple H, even bringing up their classic Hell in a Cell match at Royal Rumble. What the hell? WrestleMania. Moving on, we got Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. This is Dean Ambrose's return match. He did so great. If you guys don't know, I actually met Dean Ambrose at a WWE SmackDown event. It was really dope. He came by, gave me a pat on the shoulders. We took a picture. I was super wild. My first wrestler that I ever met in real life, and I've been watching for 14 plus years now. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy how life can just switch it on you. Very, very crazy. I love it. And Dean Ambrose, he did his thing. He did his thing in his match. A whole new repertoire, one could say. He did a whole bunch of different moves that he hasn't really done. And it was exciting. And he actually got the W thanks to Seth Rollins helping out his boy, The Shield. Okay? The Shield. Okay, I was joking. Alright, moving on, we got number 8. This is a backstage segment between Strowman and Finn Balor. Strowman simply said, good luck. Meaning that he will be watching if Finn Balor wins. I'm coming right there, Strowman. As said by him. Not me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not with the shits. I am though. Elias comes out and Elias is talking about, I don't know, because I skip Elias segments. I'm joking. I don't really skip it, but it's just not interesting. It's not for me. He kind of just has this little segment where he just going on rambling and whatnot. But Kurt Hawkins comes out, and it's kind of interesting to see Kurt Hawkins comes out after, the Monday after SummerSlam. That's pretty cool. And he kind of gets his little shine moment. 219 losses, including the loss that he actually faced with Elias. 219 losses. So, but duly noted, we're going to get a big celebration. Number 10 is a backstage moment between Titus Worldwide. Dana Brooke is trying to help them win against AOP. Long story short, they don't win. And then there's another backstage moment. Stephanie is walking to the ring and she comes out and she got the whole women's division, including Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, there for support, but hopefully they'll be there as wrestling individuals like we all know them. And it's kind of just her taking credit for Ronda. Ronda comes out, she's like, forget her, you guys all deserve to be in this ring, you know what I'm saying? But then Stephanie tried to pin the blame on Ronda, talking about she ain't who she seemed to be. She tried to hurt Alexa Bliss. Look at SummerSlam, showed the arm, then it got in Alexa Bliss is a little disjointed. So it really don't really matter what Stephanie's saying. All we know is she's just trying to capitalize on that success. She's trying to capitalize on the success that Ronda has just achieved by becoming the Raw Women's Champion. Okay? So you already know what Ronda did best. She got that arm. And long story short, she came out with the, like this. Like, the head nod like this. Moving on. The B team comes out. They got a new song. I don't know if they debuted at SummerSlam. I forget. But they got a new song. B team, go, go, go. B team, go, go, go. So that was really cool. I'm only doing that because it's just like, all right, let's see how far this goes. I'm with it. Let's see how far it goes. They have single matches between the Revival, Scott Dawson, and Dash Wilder. Long story short, again, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder win. Simple. And the single matches, they win. But then the B team reminds them, we're still Raw Tag Team Champions. So that's all that matters because it is a tag team division. Who cares if y'all win individually? Just saying. Just saying. Moving on. Steph is in the training room and she tells Kurt, you need some time off, my bud. You need some time off. Then she hands the keys to the kingdom. The acting general manager is Corbin. I don't know how this is going to work. It's a good move. It's very heelish, and I like it. Corbin is going to do some fuck shit starting next week. So I'm excited. It got me invested. We're going to see what's going to happen with Kurt, Steph, and Constable Corbin. Moving on, Roman versus Finn. This is a great match. They got amazing chemistry. Finn knows how to work a crowd. Roman knows how to work a crowd. Next thing you know, we hear Braun. Braun comes out. The distraction thing gets him in a switchblade or swing blade, excuse me. Try to go for the double stump, the coup de grace or whatever it's called, the coup de grace. And he misses. Spear 1, 2, 3. Braun comes out. He's cashing in the money in the bank. He's cashing in. I'm getting excited. I'm like, yo, it's finally going to happen. Shield, Hotel Dicker, whatever, Morty of India. Shield. They come out. The Shield boys come out. They come out. Dean Ambrose in the fits. They come out in the black fits. Plus Seth Rollins, they don't play no games. They coming out to help their boy Roman Reigns. Braun Strowman tries to fight off again and again. He does his thing, but long story short, at the outside, on the floor, spear, they go through powerbomb through the table. The Shield is back, baby. So Roman is really protected right now. That's all I gotta say. Roman's protected. I was excited, but then again, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? The crowd was flip-floppy. They were kind of excited for Braun kind of fighting back, but then they were excited for a Shield. They were chanting, holy shit, holy shit. It was dope. And to see the Shield and the whole get up, it's like, okay, Seth Rollins, IC champion. Dean just came back. Roman Universal champion. Like, this is the way it's meant to be. Maybe, my opinion, Dean needs to be the Universal champion. But hey, we'll get there slow and steady. That's it for my notes. I hope you guys enjoyed and let me know what you guys think. This Raw, to me, it was an okay Raw. It was a pretty good Raw. Like I said, it was just a Raw episode, not like a SummerSlam after Raw, like a WrestleMania after, it wasn't like that. It had a little bit of pizzazz to it, but it really wasn't anything too special. That's pretty much it for this video. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Welcome to 1, 2, 3 with Ricky.